When we look at the situation in Libya and the way things evolved since the fall of Muammar Gaddafi, what we can see is that the country is still in the process of recovering, which means that we shouldn't forget that under Gaddafi, we couldn't really talk about a strong state or about strong institutions. We know that the system of Jamahiriya that had been set by Muammar Gaddafi didn't allow the country to evolve when it comes to civil society organization. When it comes also to relying on strong political actors that would be able to achieve improvements when it comes to the economy, the evolution of the society, and so on. And this is how I think that it's still really too early to be able to talk about any positive process that would occur in the Libyan case. So the United Nations Special Mission on Libya is one of the most active foreign actors, if you could say, in Libya, which means that a lot of means and a lot of funds have been given by the United Nations. A lot of employees, of workers of the United Nations are on the ground, are on the field, and are trying to develop a lot of perspective. And they're not the only ones to be there, of course. We also have the United States, the European Union, some European member states also that are working on their own. So taken as a whole, I would say that the United Nations ranks as one of the most active actors on the ground. At the same time, that doesn't mean that the United Nations has been able to really achieve very positive and very efficient prospects that could allow us to talk about a Libyan success story. To talk about a recovery for Libya, we shouldn't forget that Libya is really starting from scratch and that it has to achieve a lot of perspectives on three main dimensions or three main fields, which are the political, the economic, and the social one. So from a political point of view, I think that getting strong institutions and defining whether Libya will be a centralized state or if it will be a federation is something that has to be solved. And I think that Libyans or the General National Congress, which is the Libyan parliament, will solve it in the near future. From an economic point of view, the opportunity and the change, so the value added that Libya has is that it has a lot of oil, so it won't have any money problems. But at the same time, where will this money be channeled? That is a problem. How will it be given to Libyans? Where it will be invested? There are things also that have to be sorted out. And as for the social dimension, it is linked to both the political and the economic dimension. So the challenges by themselves, of course, there are the political, economic, and social ones that I mentioned before, but also a very important issue is linked to security issues. And these same security issues are linked to terrorism and to migrations and the way they organize and the way you have floods of migrants that are able to enter Libya. This is why, to say it in short, I would say that what is really needed in Libya is to define a horizon, to be able to define institutions, and to be able to define also what the state will be based on and what will be its principles and its basis, either when dealing with that from a national point of view, from a regional point of view, or from an international point of view.